Hello, everybody. I'm Elwirfy, and today we're talking about Tarkov. If you don't know what the game is, it's essentially just an extraction shooter game with kind of hardcore mechanics and gameplay. It's pretty good. I like it. I've played a good bit, but I've moved on to other games, as you've seen on my channel. But if you want me to play more of it, I could always play more. But I'd probably only want to play with like other people, So if I can get my friends on, then maybe I'll do it. But right now, I'm not really in the mood to play Tarkov because I guess they're a bad company. So their beta is available. That's cool. But it's behind a paywall. So normally game companies, when they have a beta, they tend to just like offer keys out, and it's kind of like a random sort of thing. You're just kind of lucky if you get in, or if you're like a big media influencer, then obviously you'll just get a key for anyway. But now they're opening the beta up to everybody, so long as you can pay their price tag. But we'll get to that price tag in one moment here. So they released this new Unheard edition, which seems pretty good. Guaranteed access to the closed beta, great. That's the only way, as far as I know, you can get it. A digital copy preload, sure. You get the game, obviously. Access to PvE co-op mode with persistent progression. That is really cool. And this should be a feature not behind a paywall. I think that all versions of the game should get this access. I think it's stupid that they don't have this. You know? And obviously, this is going to be separate from the multiplayer one, because that'd be crazy. There's an enhanced stash size. Okay, that's normal. We've seen that in their game before. Unique in-game ID, yeah. Because obviously, if you're buying it for the first time, obviously you'd want to be able to get your own username, expanded pockets, increased standing with traders, so that's cool. More slots at the flea market. Yeah, okay. So a unique melee weapon, which is just a fucking stolen asset. This knife model is just not unique at all. So I wish I wouldn't say that. Increased mail retention time. I'm not too sure what. Oh, it's when like things come back from the mail, but like if you don't like pick up your stuff in time, like you'll just lose it. It's fucking disgusting. I think that if something comes in your mail, it should just be there forever. I don't know why you would lose it. Additional background screen option. Okay, great, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. That's cosmetic. Free access to all subsequent DLCs. Interesting. Okay. Access to the early test server. Okay. So that's interesting. So they have an early test server, but then they also have a closed beta. So there's like 3 versions of the game now. That's interesting. And what do we have here? We have a $250 price tag. Oh my god. Guys, I have not, like, even 2K doesn't make the shit this ridiculous. I have never seen a video game cost $250. I'm sorry, no game is that good in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry. If you're a new player and you don't know what Tarkov is, truthfully, unless you're rich, I think you should just go buy, the standard. This is what I bought. Okay, this is the stuff I bought because I'm poor, and I bought it back when I had slightly more money. And this isn't even actually that bad. $50, you get the experience of Tarkov, and look, guaranteed access to closed beta. So perhaps everyone does get access to the closed beta. So that's interesting. But it's like, the only difference, and I guess you get different weapons maybe. I don't know. It just seems like this is objectively so much more stuff that they're trying to load onto this $250 one. It's like, what's the point of this $110 one? All right. And I noticed this is the other thing, right? Like, it says here that you get free access to all subsequent DLC season passes. So if you don't know, there used to be a $150 version, which had the same thing. That's gone now. It's not on the website anymore. And the reason it's gone is because they were thinking, hey, everyone spent $150 on this game. Want to spend $100 more? I mean, I don't know what's wrong with them. This is just so dirty. Now, I understand they're not an American company. They might view economics differently in the U.S., but I'm willing to bet a majority of their player base are from the United States. And I'm also willing to bet that a lot of those people who play this game are gun enthusiasts, because the guns in this game are pretty realistic, or if they're not gun enthusiasts, they just love the hardcore experience, right? That's my guess as to what the audience for Tarkov probably is. I don't know for sure. If you disagree, you can let me know. No hard feelings. But I can't justify this price tag. I mean, I have Helldivers 2, and I get to play all the DLCs for free as they come out, and everything's persistent. And I'm really enjoying that game. Even though I've stopped making videos on it because you guys stopped watching, I still play it on my own time, and it's fun, and I like it. And I don't have to, and I can play hard difficulties and sweat and have intense moments and stuff. But this game, half the game is spent looking at people in bushes. I mean, it's not, for me at least, I don't think it's worth the money. If you guys think it's worth $250, someone explain it to me. But I really hope nobody's buying this version. If you really want to, do this, maybe do this, I think this is good. This is vague. Additional equipment and resources and stash. Like, what the hell does this mean? I mean, I'm sure if you click on it, it gives you, it tells you everything you get. But, and I'm sure you get the same stuff and all that. But I don't know. Is this really that important? The only thing that's fucked up, I think, is that this is not given access to everyone. Access to the PvE co-op mode. They're not giving that to anyone else. No one else has access to this. They're taking something that I was actually really looking forward to. For the record, I was really excited about the idea of when they talked about, we're going to have a PvE only mode where you don't lose your progression. That's also why I kind of stopped playing Tarkov, because I got tired of everything resetting all the time, and I felt like, man, I can never really make progress because, as a poor person here, I don't have the time to play video games for hours and hours and hours like people do, or like those people who can play 10 hours a day. I don't know how they do it. God, I'm jealous. I wish I had a job to let me play 10 hours a day. That'd be fucking incredible. Either that or they're living with their parents and they don't have to pay for anything and they don't understand how money works. But I can't imagine someone being tricked into wasting this. And the fact that this is supposed to be free access to all subsequent DLCs. Do we not consider this to be a DLC? So what happened to all those people who bought the $150 version? They just don't get it? They just don't get this feature that you said you'd give them? That's really scummy. I think these guys are really just money hungry. And you know me, if there's anyone who's money hungry, then I gotta call them out for this bullshit. Because we cannot be allowing our video games to be treated this way. Again, I'm willing to bet, I'll put my money down on it, hey, I'll my 2 pennies. I'll put my 2 pennies down to say, hey, look, I think this is the most expensive video game ever now. I can't imagine a video game that's more expensive. Unless, even Fallout 76, wasn't Fallout 76 still cheaper than this? Right? Am I crazy? Even when you got that expansion where you got the cool hat and you got the burlap sack, was it? Am I thinking of the right game? I think it was Fallout 76, right? And even that was only, I think, $170. Again, don't quote me. I'm not looking at it, so go fact check me in the comments. I'm sure I'm wrong. But this is this is insane. $250? Really? Plus tax? If we go to purchase, which I'm not doing, don't worry. Oh, I need to log in. Oh, never mind. I was going to look at what the tax is on this. If it's 10%, then that means it's an additional $25. So it's really $275 that you're paying out of pocket, which is disgusting. And that's assuming it's 10%. If the tax is higher, then it could get worse. And fees, obviously they can add on fees. So this isn't even necessarily the most you'll pay for it. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Again, I'm not trying to make this video too long, but I have a lot of time in video games. I have my Steam. You've seen you can go look at my YouTube video where I show my Steam library. I have a lot of games and I have a lot of hours in those games, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I couldn't, buy this eventually. Because sure, could I save up my money for a couple months and then eventually buy this version? Yeah, probably. But I mean, is it really worth it? I mean, I spent all that time waiting, and then I don't know. It's the fact that they took away access to DLCs, but then they added a DLC and took it away. Everyone's getting screwed over. There's no winner here. This is so anti-consumer. I just can't imagine wanting to buy it. Do you guys want to buy this? I don't know. I'm trying to help you guys out. I always try my best to do what's best for the community, right? And try and talk about what I think would be good for you guys. Because, hey, it's a hard time right now. I heard recently that we're in a recession, apparently. That would make a lot of sense. But, recession or not, I think that this is too much money. I mean, what was wrong with $150? Why didn't you just make the $150 version have all these things? Why bother increasing the price? You know why? Because they had a new game mode, so I think everyone's going to pay to play that. But everyone who already owns the game isn't going to rebuy the game, or at least they don't want to. But the reason why they bought the most expensive version of the game is to have access to the DLCs right away. So you're essentially just screwing over everyone who paid $150. So why would you think they'd be encouraged to pay another $250? That'd be $400 that they spend if all the people from the $150 group wanted to rebuy the game for $250. Are you kidding me? You want them to spend $400 on your game? Are you insane? No one's going to do that. You just made everyone mad. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. As always, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.